Posting videos on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, it is not as hard as posting a video on YouTube. YouTube has to be one of the most intimidating apps that, as a small creator or as someone who just started out, someone who's still figuring out how to become a content creator, someone who's trying to become a YouTuber, this app can be intimidating. The mic is on. I have my light here. My phone is okay, perfect. I have to speak. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a platform where we will be talking everything about content creation, how to make money online, especially when you are in South Africa. So welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Priska and let's get into it. Firstly, let's drink some water, sit back and relax because this platform is made for chats. Mistakes are allowed, so there's no judgment here. Okay. Posting on Instagram, as I said, posting on Instagram, posting on TikTok, posting on Facebook, it is not as difficult as having to post on YouTube. YouTube has to be one of those intimidating apps, at least for me. I don't know about you, but for me, like it took me long enough. It took me long to post this video. It took me long because I had clouded my mind with the fact that everything has to be perfect. I have ideas in my mind. One of the biggest things that will stop you from creating or from posting anything, even online, maybe posting on other social platforms, if not on YouTube, it is because we have ideas. We have ideas of what we should look like, what we should sound like, what we should say, how we should articulate, and stuff like that. And that is one of the things that can cloud your mind. And once you become so clouded, you will never do it. And the other thing will be perfection. We always want to be perfect. You want to sound perfect. You want to look perfect. You want to have everything all perfect. And I don't know who said we have to start with perfection, but that is one of the killer. That is one of you will keep your content in your phone, you will store it in your drafts, you will not post it because you feel like it is not perfect and I'm not ready to start. Who will even listen to me? People will judge me. Of course, people will judge you, but the main thing, people don't care. People don't care as much as you think they do care. I had to learn that the hard way. And then today I officially thought, let me just post my video. Let me not overthink. Let me not even think about how will I get my English to come together? How will I get things? No. For the longest of time, we have been viewing, or at least I have been viewing YouTube as one of the platform where I have to, it's like going to school. When you go to school and you go to this high class school, you find all different people there, people from different countries. You all of that you get. There's a lot. There's a lot that is happening. I can see why one can feel so intimidated, or at least why I felt the way that I felt before I can officially release my first video, because I was so hard on myself, judging myself and being like, oh, but I don't sound like that. I want to sound like that, but I don't have this kind of lighting. I want my room to look like that. Guys, I'm shooting this video from my bedroom and it's okay. If that is where we have to start, it is okay. Because if you look at the people that started with their YouTube channels, if you look at their first videos, it is not cute. At least in 2025, we have the luxury of phones. We already know, we are aware of what content creation is about. So it is a matter of you taking your phone, your maybe microphone if you have any, and then sit down and then talk to the camera. Don't judge yourself, just talk. And then we'll figure those things out with time. We'll figure out if you should say this, if you shouldn't say this with time. So these are some of the reasons, or at least this is one of the main reasons why posting your first video on YouTube will be forever intimidating because one, or if not fact number 20, you are your biggest critique. I don't know why it took me long to post this video, but then I realized that, I'm the only person who's holding me back. Like the people that I think that they care, they don't care as much as I think that they do care. Like people don't care. People are main characters in their own lives, doing their own things. If they add you in their own lives, that is okay. They will give you 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and that's it. And people move. That's just how everyone is just so occupied with their lives and the things that we usually get trapped in, especially when you are a content creator or you are starting as a content creator. You usually think that, what will people say? What will they think? People have lots of things to think about, and I'm no Superman. I'm sure also you are no superhuman to try to read people's minds. So for what it's worth, this is my first official video, and this is what we will be talking about on this platform. We are releasing the cringe. I wanted this video to be as perfect as I scripted it down. I wrote on things. I thought this is how it should look like. I thought this is how I should sound like. But I was like, no, you know what? F all of that. I'm not going to do it. I'll just do what I feel like doing. And this is what I feel like doing. Just have a normal conversation. There is someone out there who's currently experiencing the things that I am experiencing. And yeah. And also, to become a YouTuber, we look at a lot of content. If you want to become, let's start here. If you want to become a YouTuber, I'm sure you consume a lot of content. And a lot of content that you do consume, you consume it from YouTube. That's why it will be so intimidating, because you look at the people that maybe you consume most of their content and you're like, wow, they sound like they have it all figured out. They probably do, because when you look at those people, you, like I am a beginner. It is so easy to lose yourself in thinking that you are a pro. No, you're not a pro. You are a beginner. If you are like me, you just starting out, and this is your first video, or you just want to post your first video, don't even think that you are a pro. Don't even think that you have to get your videos to be looking like so sharp. You have to have the transitions so good. And we're not writing an assignment here. This is not a platform where, unless if you want to create a platform or you want your channel to be about, like, maybe let's say finance. There's a lot of things that you can teach on this platform. Maybe you want to talk about finance, you want to talk about investment, you want to talk about cars, you want to talk about fashion, you want to talk about like a lot of things. You feel like you should get your words right, your speech, how you sound, and stuff like that. You have to get 6 and 7 all together and, have it all figured out, until I watched other YouTubers in my country. And I was like, these people, they are doing so well. And then when you look at their videos and how they sound, it doesn't even seem like most of them were concerned about how they sound. Like, how is their English going? They're not concerned about those things. And I've realized that is what makes life life. The people that do succeed are not ones that are obsessed with being perfect, but there are people that, you know what? They said, I like this idea. I'm going to execute this idea. I'm going to run with it. And then I'm going to just continue doing it. And they did it. But ones that are always waiting for the perfect moment, for the perfect time, for the perfect sound, for the perfect everything, we never get to do it. That is like the honest truth. You never get to do it. Another year will pass, you won't do it. Another maybe 6 months will pass, you won't do it. You'll ask your friends, you'll ask your colleagues, they'll be like, but no, you have to sound like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Some might give you good advice that, you know what, just start. But most of them will tell you that, yo, have you seen that place that you are trying to go to? It is like you trying to move from one place to another place. Have you entered some environment and you're like, wow, you feel like you're out of place. You feel like you're out of place, and that is usually what happens on first try. But anyways, on that, let's not focus too much on trying to be a pro of anything. We are still here. Don't lose yourself in trying to become a pro somebody. And I cannot even sit here and say I'm a pro at this. I am not a pro at anything. I'm still trying to figure all this whole thing out, probably like you are. And I'm giving myself grace. Fortunately, you have to be like me. You just have to sit at the back of your bedroom, find a corner in your bedroom, and just talk. And this is where we're talking about. This is what we will be talking about. Like, skip the cringe. Skip all the things that make you feel cringe and just post your first video, and you will figure things out along the way. As I'm also going to figure things out along the way, I'm probably going to watch this video and be like, okay, I shouldn't have said that. I should have went to introduction to the body of the topic, and I should have went to the conclusion. But then obviously, because I tried to script down this whole conversation, it didn't work out as I thought. Now, for me to read my script and to practice my script, it is so time consuming, but that is the time that is something that I have to invest in. Like, you eventually want to make your videos have an introduction, have a body, and then have a conclusion. Maybe, or if not all of those, put it in summary and what your thumbnail is saying, and just get to a point, because we do see a lot of YouTubers, the thumbnail says something, and then the conversation that they do have, or whatever chat they'll be having on that video, has nothing to do with what the thumbnail said. So my thumbnail is saying that no, let me not say, it might change at this point. Anyways, you guys, this is the point. So you're not going to worry about another thing that I wanted to stress on. Don't worry about the perfect lighting. Don't worry about your background. Don't worry about what will I sound like, what will I look like all of those things. I figured that people that are successful on this platform, especially on YouTube, when they really started out, they gave themselves grace. Someone, let's go in 6 months. 6 months into creating YouTube, and I'm sure from today, maybe starting this month of July, and then counted until next year, 2026 Feb. In 2026 Feb, if you look at your videos that you started to post and you're like, wow, I've improved so much. I went from this to that. Now you know that, okay, there is progress. But at this point, you cannot put yourself in a corner and want to move from this to like skyrocket to that within a short space of time. As I said, you can do that if you have a team behind you. But if you don't have a team behind you, you're going to have to do it alone. You're going to have to do the editing alone. You have to get your voice together. You have to learn how to speak in front of a camera. That is one thing that we have to, that is one thing that you just have to figure out. Like, what are you going to say in front of a camera? As a beginner content creator myself, if you know me from TikTok, I've been sharing my struggles of how I'm struggling to speak in front of a camera. And this is the current thing that I'm facing. And guys, it is a real struggle. And even now, sitting in front of this camera and recording this video, I can tell that I'm going to judge myself for, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have, but that is part of like good criticism, I guess. Because wow, if I had someone who was my editor or someone who was going to help me script down what I was going to say, they probably should have told me that, Priska, stop it. You already said a lot of things that don't make sense. So let's just get to a part where you talk about what is the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video, it is to say that, you know what? Forget about how you should sound, how you should look, how to articulate yourself, the things, all of those things wrapped around what YouTube should be about. Forget about them and relax. In 2025, I've watched a lot of videos of people, maybe someone is sitting in their couch at home. They started a podcast, and you look at that podcast is doing well now. Like in South Africa, we have the famous MacG. If you go back to the videos of MacG when he started out versus where he is now, tell me which math is making sense. If he had given up on the fact that he wants to create something, would he be where he is now? Probably not. So that is one of, like, posts. It is cringy. Yes, maybe I said a lot of things that don't make sense, but eventually I'm thinking in my mind, my audience is not everyone. My audience is not someone who's a pro. As a beginner, we have to deal with beginner people. I'm a beginner. If you're a beginner, you've watched this far, thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up. That's how much things can get out of hand when you are trying to speak on YouTube. And probably some of the people that are watching this video like, wow, Priska, what were you saying there? I don't even know what I was saying, but it's okay. It is my first video. I'm not going to kill myself for this. I'm not going to imprison my thoughts or imprison myself. I'm just going to give myself grace and say, girl, you did try. You spoke about what you thought you wanted to speak about. And you guys, as I said, this platform, it is not a place where it's like we'll be having all cool edits all at once. I would love to get to that point where it's like my sound, my audio, everything is just so crisp and all of those. But that's not where I am, and that is not my main focus. Right now, it is like skip the cringe, post that first video, and let it go. Let it go. We'll figure things out with time, and that is where we at. So if you came this far, liked this video, you think that I'm worth your subscription, please do subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.